EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, 22!
Throwing is Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Watson complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 28 yards. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford buying time to his left. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Being chased at, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, Stafford escaping the pressure right. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a first down carry by Jones, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Jones. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Rodgers now on first down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Stafford. Forced out to his left. That would complete to Skoranek. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Here's Stafford. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Quay Walker. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Touchdown, Packers!
So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Dancing to his left. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, 27 yards.
And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 18 yards the gain for number 18. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Off of play action, here's Stafford.
And that one complete downfield to Cup.
Touchdown, L.A.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
To kick off for Los Angeles.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Packers take over first down at their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
1 second, all that remains.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And some room to work. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
The loss of the brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, middle.
Now Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They snap it to Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers will drop this underneath for Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 14-yard. Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lambeau. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. It reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they give the Jones off tackle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Green Bay Packers. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And some space here. The 20. 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. David Ajabo, credit him there. He fired across the line and planted him for a loss on the play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Rodgers steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
Rodgers going to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's a give to Jones running left.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson, option right, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets pop free.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. 9 yards that time. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
A short kick taken at the 18, and able to get this out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Jackson going to hold on to this.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Again, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 109 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Running right, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Here's Rodgers to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with a touchdown.
Aaron Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead here this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 14-10. Now
After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second and 8 coming up. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They find some open field here. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shock to them. A big time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. But 209 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. A short kick taken at the 18. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try again with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Packers 31, Ravens 24.
So here we go, 45 seconds left, and things have boiled down to this onside kick. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, The thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
47 yards rushing so far. This is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
and the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
7-7, our score after 1. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The give is to Jones.
To the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Again, it's Jones.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker now to add the point after. And that makes it 14-10.
Next to score, Ravens 14, Packers 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, now Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers on the move to his left.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll give this to Lazard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 46 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another run here with Dobbins. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter.
On play action, Rodgers.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run it with Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers out to his left.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Jones fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Jones again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up 4th.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far back to go for it on 4th down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear trying to talk him into going for it right here.
Hey, 26.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis from 6 yards away.
And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. after the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play. And they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Now Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And this time he is in. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Crosby with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from FedEx Field. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz first play going right to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Running right, Jones. And some room to roam now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you take a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against them.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Short kick. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Wentz now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Wentz to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
first carry now for A.J. Dillon.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. These two teams all tied after 1. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Lazard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. This is Lazard with a catch out left.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Rodgers going to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 27 yards.
And the Packers have taken the lead.
Now Crosby for the point after. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Commanders 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now. Onus back and forth.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz gonna throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Sly able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
To try again after the sack, Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A gain of 32 that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick-6. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Rodgers now to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And down he'll go at the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Here's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll try again with Jones. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Aaron Jones,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Commanders 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, the the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
46 down, man. 5-4.
To throw, it's Wentz. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That's complete right side to Lazard. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Packers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Rodgers.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A 20-yard touchdown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Packers 44, Commanders 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Wentz now on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here's Wentz to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Hey, pick 26.
Rodgers looking to throw. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A CD there, big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daron Payne able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows, you may meet up with this team again. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Hey, empty, empty.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive. Armstead came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about it.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 13 yards out. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as they drew it up in practice.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Rodgers again now. Being chased out left. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop it. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Burrow from his own end zone. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4th down, here's Joe Burrow. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now on 1st down.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers rolling to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Watson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that goes for a gain of 31.
On one, ready?
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
11.
Burrow will throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow dancing to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On third down, Burrow.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers steps away to his left. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Rodgers again here on second and 10.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down. To throw is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And again, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Steps away to his left. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked by Logan Wilson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here we go.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
11 coming.
Now it's Burrow. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11. Close. 11 mighty.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action. Now Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers.
He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run off tackle with Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On play action, it's Rodgers. On the move to his left.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
forced out to his left.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
Touchdown, Packers!
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
10.
Here's Burrow. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
He'll buy some time right. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
A final shot now for Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.